water drying up. Which is we're getting water table drying up.
Didn't take me a bomb.
We gotta go. Okay. Angie's on the election call, girl.
There's just
Okay. Okay, ready to go. Call our meeting order. Please stand. Join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our regular commission meeting, Wednesday, October 2nd. We did have a commission meeting on Monday, and we are having another commission meeting tonight down in Headwaters Livestock Auction Pavilion for the folks down south. So it's been a busy week for our staff and for the commission. I'll open our meeting with any public comment on a subject that's not on the agenda, that is within the commissioner's jurisdiction. Is there any public comment?
Good morning, Commissioners. TJ Gravely, Public Works Director. So with winter hours coming on, effective October 15th, the new Winston Canister site hours for the Tuesday, Thursday will be from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock instead of 2 to 6. The Saturday, Sunday will remain at 9 to 3 as always. This will be posted on our website sometime today.
Okay, that was just Winston?
Just Winston
Okay.
is the only one affected by it.
Okay.
Cedar Street now has lights, and we're actually in the works of getting more lights down there.
Right.
And the other ones are all 9 to 3, so
Okay.
it does not affect them.
All right. Perfect.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, may I make a comment
You may.
on what TJ just said? TJ, could maybe you or Misty just send an email to the newspaper and BCDC. BCDC has been really great about getting information out. And I don't mean place an ad, but if the paper has time, or BCDC is great about helping out with communication.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be helpful. All right, is there any other public comment? Any other public comment? All right, hearing none, we'll move on to our first agenda item. First item on our agenda, Nicole Brown, Community Development Planning Director, Balm Boundary Relocation.
Good morning, Commissioners. Nicole Brown, Broadwater County Community Development Director and Planner, here to present to you the BOM Boundary Relocation Exemption Request. You should have in front of you a copy of the proposed survey, certificate of survey. It's got some colored shading on there. You should also have a copy of the affidavit from the BOM family, as well as my staff report. All of these items have been posted onto the Broadwater County website for the public's review and consideration as well. So with that, Chairman Folkford, I would like to read the staff report into the record, if I may.
Okay, continue.
This is the staff report for a boundary relocation for Raymond and Barbara Baum family, the JDB Family Trust, and Douglas and Joanne Baum. The date of staff report, is September 25th, 2024, and the deadline for the commissioners to take action is October 9th, 2024. The applicants are Raymond and Barbara Baum of Winston, Montana, and Douglas and Joanne Baum, also of Winston, Montana. Executive summary. The exemption request, as presented to the Broadwater County Commissioners, is a proposal to amend 3 mining claim lots and 2 government lots utilizing a boundary relocation exemption. The Baum families are proposing a boundary relocation between 5 parcels owned by the Raymond and Barbara Baum Family Trust, the JDB Family Trust, and Douglas and Joanne Baum. Currently, the JDB Family Trust owns 1 parcel depicted as Government Lot 13. This parcel is 1.05 acres in size. Douglas and Joanne Baum own 3 mining claim parcels depicted as Neptune, Maury, and Last Chance. The existing acreages of these claims are not identified. Raymond and Barbara Baum Family Trust own Tract D, depicted, which is currently 155.68 acres in size. Boundary relocation statutes. Montana Code Annotated 763207-1A provides for divisions made outside of platted subdivisions for the purpose of relocating common boundary lines between adjoining properties. Montana Code Annotated 764103 provides sanitation exemptions for parcels greater than 20 acres in size, exclusive of public roadways, are not subject to Department of Environmental Quality review. Since the proposed Tract A, amended Neptune, Tract B, amended Maury, and amended Government Lot 13 will become less than 20 acres in size, they will be subject to DEQ review and approval should any structures requiring sanitary facilities be constructed. Request. The owners of the parcels are requesting approval of the use of the boundary relocation exemption to more easily identify land ownership. According to the affidavit, the county road known as Quarter Circle Road splits 3 mining claims. Combining the properties north and south of the county road would make it easier to identify ownership in the future. Location. The properties are located off Quarter Circle Road in portions of Section 3 and 4, Township 8 North, Range 1 West, and a portion of Section 33, Township 9 North, Range 1 West. These properties are approximately 3 miles west of the town site of Winston, Montana. Existing development and uses. All parcels are currently being utilized for agricultural purposes and have been in the Baum family in Baum family ownership for many years. Adjacent land use in all directions is agricultural. Project uses. Wastewater. 2 of the parcels are and will continue to be subject to review and approval from the Environmental Health Office and subject to 1736-9 of the Administrative Rules of Montana, hereby possibly not mitigating impacts to adjacent properties. 3 of the parcels will be subject to review and approval from DEQ. No septic systems are installed on any of the 5 parcels. Since no parcels nor structures are being proposed, there will be no additional review required by the Broadwater County Environmental Health Officer other than to ensure the appropriate sanitation exemptions are cited on the proposed COS. Access. The properties all have direct access to Quarter Circle Road, a county road. If any additional approaches are to be constructed, they will be required to apply for a county road approach permit from the Broadwater County Public Works Department. Water. No residential wells are constructed nor being proposed at this time. Public health and safety. Because of the distance from the nearest emergency services building, particularly a fire station, and the proximity to nearby forested acreage, there is a danger of forest fires. However, since there are no structures being proposed to be constructed, the risk to human life, health, and safety is minimized. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Conclusion. Pursuant to 763207-1 MCA, which states, unless the method of disposition is adopted for the purpose of evading this chapter, the following divisions or aggregation of tracts of record of any size, regardless of the resulting size of any lot created by the division or aggregation, are not subdivisions under this chapter, but are subject to the surveying requirements of 763401 for divisions or aggregations of land other than subdivision, and are subject to applicable zoning regulations adopted under Title 76, Chapter 2, Sub-Item A, divisions made outside of platted subdivisions for the purpose of relocating common boundary lines between adjoining properties. No structures are being transferred through this proposed boundary relocation. There is an existing 60-foot wide county road easement along the southern boundary of proposed Tract B, the amended Maury, and Tract C, amended Last Chance. This same county road easement is along the northern boundary of proposed Tract A, amended Neptune, and proposed amended Government Lot 13. And that concludes my staff report.
Okay, just real quick, Nicole, let's go to, under the executive summary, the last statement there says Tract D is 555.68 acres. I'm looking on the COS, it says 142.91. Am I missing something?
Chairman Fulford, no, you're not missing something. The COS that you're referring to is the proposed COS. So currently, as Tract D stands, it is 155.68 acres in size.
Okay.
If you were to approve this exemption request and the COS were to be recorded, Tract D would become 142.91 acres in size.
All right. I guess I was just, maybe I don't have that map of what the current.
I didn't have a current either, so
Current
it,
COS.
You probably did not receive it.
no.
That's
I
probably
just
why
assumed-
I had that question.
Yeah.
Okay, good enough. There were some comments made by Megan
Yeah.
regarding the sanitation review. Were those corrections made?
Those corrections were made, sir, and I did confirm that with the surveyor, Mr. Dan Swenson. He had asked if I needed a copy with that showing, and I said no. But if indeed you would like to see that copy, I can make that request. But I can verify that those corrections were made.
Okay, as long as those corrections have been made, that's all that matters.
Mr. Chair, I had a question.
Yes.
And please correct me if I am not seeing it. The 60-foot easement, is it the county road easement, is that just assumed or is that supposed to be listed on the southern boundary? On here, that's the very, very last paragraph of your staff report. There is an existing 60-foot wide county road easement along the southern boundary of proposed track B and C. And then the same one is along the northern boundary of proposed tract A. So along the county road, I didn't know if that needed to be listed or if it's just assumed.
Mr. Chairman, may I address?
You may.
I believe that's actually showing on the
Is
COS.
it, I must be missing it because I didn't see it. But
In not zooming it in, I am having a difficult time identifying that just by looking at this. But I do believe I looked at that when I zoomed in on my computer. And I know the surveyors are here. They can answer that question of whether or not it's actually showing on this survey.
yeah, I didn't know if it as a county road easement, if it needed to be showing on the survey or not. I just couldn't find it. That was my.
Yeah, well,
We need to
generally-
start bringing
Yeah.
magnifying glasses
Just
to
a
these, don't we?
Generally, they do show it. And I don't see it either, Lindsay, so
No.
it's a good point.
Yeah, because for the survey, they need to have that, I'm assuming, on there. Yeah, I just didn't see it on here.
All right. I think this is the first time I've ever done boundary location on mining claims before, so.
Makes sense.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Do we want to ask that question of the, since the surveyor is here?
Yeah, we do.
Just to confirm.
I'll certainly step aside and
Please.
let either Jesse or Bernadette address the commission.
Commissioner Randolph, can you please hand me the Kleenex?
Jesse Swenson, JESSESWENSON from Shopper Surveying, and the easement is on there. Do you want me to? I got a little bit bigger map. Do you want me to bring it up?
Yes, please.
So this is that easement.
Okay, that was my only concern. I didn't want them to file something and have that not on there, but so that denotes
That's
the
the road.
easement. It doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily say 60-foot easement though.
It does.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, that's all I was looking for.
Where it
That-
states it.
Exactly.
It's
I
on
couldn't
here
find it.
somewhere.
Anyway, I just wanted to make sure everything was filed correctly and didn't. I couldn't find it, honestly.
It should be. It shows that the witness corners are 30 foot off of it, but we can certainly make a note on there just on by quarter circle. Can we give it to the microphone? Sorry.
Okay.
We can make a note on there, just adding 30 foot or 60 foot wide, 30 foot each side of center line.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay. Normally it's on there, and through all the review, nobody caught it. So
Yep.
we'll add it.
This makes it clear in the future, you know,
Yeah.
so thank you for doing that.
Anything else?
Doug?
Yes.
Yes. Say and spell your name, please, for the record.
Douglas Baum, DOUGLAS BAUM.
Okay, thanks, Doug. I guess just real quick, this just makes it easier for you guys in the way you want to lay out your farming operation, is that correct?
That's correct. And we have, there's three of us brothers involved, and we're basically trying to separate it for our kids so that each one of us has our own names on our own personal property.
Sure.
And right now it's 2 to 3 names, or has been. And we're just getting it broke down to us to plan for our
Yeah.
families
Family
down the
planning.
road to try to make it easier so that everybody doesn't have to go through court
Yeah.
when one of us
Yeah.
decides
No, it's
to
it's
leave.
good. It's good that you're doing that
Country.
ahead of time, so
So we're
thanks.
doing, it's a planning ahead of time, and
So.
we're actually following what goes back to my parents' will, and I've got that in front of me, and
Yeah.
it describes exactly what's going on, that the county road was to be the boundary.
Okay.
However, the mining claims, the 3 mining claims and the government lot were below the road, which were left in,
Gotcha.
the mining claims in my name, and the government lot, or the mining claims, I'm sorry, the mining claims were left to Ray and me,
Sure.
and the government lot was actually put in Dad's trust to me, Douglas, so.
Okay.
And we're just trying to equalize split it up to where we each
Sure.
end up with the same property on the split, same acreage.
Very good.
That's the plan for this, and that's all it is.
Yep.
It's planned to remain in agriculture. We have no desire to put any more houses up there, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no, perfect. That's all I really wanted, and so thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions
I don't
from the
have any.
commission?
Nope.
No? All right, is there a motion? Oh, I guess one thing I just want to make sure that we include in our motion is that we will be adding the 60-foot county road easement to this COS.
Okay. I would move to accept the boundary relocation with the 60-foot easement being added onto the survey or the COS.
I will second that.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the boundary location for Raymond and Barbara Baum Family Trust, JDB Family Trust, and Douglas and Joanne Baum, and the addition of the 60-foot county road easement to the COS. Is there any public comment? Any public comment? Any public comment? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations, you guys. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, commissioners.
Sweet, we all get along.
Okay, next on our agenda, Nicole Brown. This is your show all day, isn't it?
All day, all week.
You feel so special.
Not at all.
Community Development Planning, Schwitz Court Ordered Divisions.
Chairman Fulford, if I may, I would like to request that the commissioners table the Schritz court-ordered partition until October 9th at the request of Mr. Jeffrey Schritz. He was unable to attend this meeting,
Okay.
so he requested that this topic be postponed until October 9th.
Very good. We will table it till October 9th.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so next, Dry Creek Mountain Ranch boundary location.
We should be on track. All right. Again, Nicole Brown, Broadwater County Community Development Director and Planner, here to present the Dry Creek Mountain Ranch boundary relocation. Commissioners, you should have received a certificate of survey depicting this proposed boundary relocation, the affidavit, and the staff report, along with additional supplementary documents for your review. These documents were also posted on our Broadwater County website. And I would like to note that the surveyor, Mr. Greg Fink, is here in attendance today, should you have questions of him at the conclusion of my report. So with that, Chairman Fulford, I would like to read my staff report into the record, if I may.
Continue.
This is a staff report for the boundary relocation for the Dry Creek Mountain Ranch. The date of staff report was September 27th, 2024. The deadline for this governing body to take action is October 14th of 2024. The applicant is Jonathan Sinclair of Los Angeles, California. Executive summary. The exemption request, as presented to the Broadwater County Commissioners, is a proposal to amend 2 lots utilizing a boundary relocation exemption. Mr. Sinclair is proposing a boundary relocation between 2 properties, both under the ownership of Dry Creek Mountain Ranch, LLC. On September 24, 2024, Dry Creek Mountain Ranch, LLC recorded a survey to retrace the northeast 1/4 and southeast 1/4 of Section 23 utilizing 763401 MCA, which states all divisions of land for sale other than a subdivision after July 1, 1974, into parcels which cannot be described as 1/32 or larger, aliquot parts of a United States government section or a United States government lot must be surveyed by or under the sub. You know what? I'm reading the wrong
You're
one.
reading the wrong one.
Okay, I thought I was going nuts there for a minute.
It's still yours.
Sorry.
No, and I'll explain myself in just a moment. I
Yes.
need to amend this, and I'll give it right back.
Yep.
Commissioners, full disclosure here, I cited the wrong MCA on Friday when I printed my copy, and I went and had a conversation with Megan, and I sent you the appropriate copy and still have the erroneous copy. So Commissioner Fulford, thank you. I'm going to read that section, and then I'll give it back to you. That's the only change in your staff report
Okay.
to the version I printed, which this version is the correct version, the version I'm going to read, and is available on the website. So thank you. I'm going to start just that statement over. On September 24th, 2024, Dry Creek Mountain Ranch, LLC recorded a survey to retrace the northeast 1/4 and southeast 1/4 of Section 23 utilizing 763104. Previously, I'd cited 763401, so my apology on that error, which states a subdivision comprises only those parcels containing less than 160 acres that cannot be described as a 1/4 aliquot part of a United States government section when the parcels have been segregated from the original tract. Thank you for letting me borrow your document. The September 24th retracement survey recorded the establishment of the aliquot parts of a section. With the submittal of this boundary relocation exemption request, Mr. Sinclair is proposing to relocate the boundaries of the established parcels to align with Dry Creek Road, which crosses through the Dry Creek Mountain Ranch, LLC property in a northwesterly, southeasterly direction. Boundary relocation statutes. Montana Code Annotated 763207-1A provides for divisions made outside of a platted subdivision for the purpose of relocating common boundary lines between adjoining properties. Montana Code Annotated 764103 provides sanitation exemptions for parcels greater than 20 acres in size, exclusive of public roadways, are not subject to Department of Environmental Quality review. Both parcels will continue to be greater than 20 acres in size if the use of this exemption is approved. Request. The owner of the parcels is requesting approval of the use of the boundary relocation exemption to allow for the sale of Tract 2, a 60-acre tract, according to the affidavit. Location. The properties are located off of Dry Creek Road in Section 23, Township 6 North, Range 3 East. These properties are approximately 10 miles southeast of the city of Townsend. Existing development and uses. Both parcels are currently being utilized for agricultural purposes. Adjacent land use in all directions is agricultural. Project uses. Wastewater. Both parcels are and will continue to be subject to review and approval from the Environmental Health Office and subject to 1736-9 of the Administrative Rules of Montana, hereby possibly not mitigating impacts to adjacent properties. No septic systems are installed on either of the parcels. Since no new parcels nor structures are being proposed, there will be no additional review required by the Broadwater County Environmental Health Officer other than to ensure the appropriate sanitation exemptions are cited on the proposed COS. Access. The properties both have direct access to Dry Creek Road, a county road. If any additional approaches are to be constructed, they will be required to apply for a county road approach permit from the Broadwater County Public Works Department. Water. No residential wells are constructed nor being proposed at this time. Public health and safety. Because of the distance from the nearest emergency services building, particularly a fire station, and the proximity to nearby forested acreage, there is a danger of forest fires. However, since there are no structures being proposed to be constructed, the risk to human life, health, and safety is minimized. In conclusion, pursuant to 763207-1 MCA, which states, Unless the method of disposition is adopted for the purpose of evading this chapter, the following divisions or aggregations of tracts of record of any size, regardless of the resulting size of any lot created by the division or aggregation, are not subdivisions under this chapter, but are subject to the surveying requirements of 76-3401 for divisions or aggregations of land other than subdivision, and are subject to applicable zoning regulations adopted under Title 76, Chapter 2, Sub-items A, which states divisions made outside of platted subdivisions for the purpose of relocating common boundary lines between adjoining properties. No structures are being transferred through this proposed boundary relocation. There is an existing 60-foot wide county road easement along the southern boundary and through a portion of the proposed Tract 1 and along the northern boundary of proposed Tract 2. No other easements exist on this property. And that concludes my staff report.
All right. Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you again for letting me borrow your document, Commissioner Fulford.
I think we'll start our conversation with Ms. Kaylin on some of her comments that she made. Comment?
Absolutely. Chairman Fulford, I'm Kaylin Miner. I'm the Deputy County Attorney, and I handle the civil matters, including stuff like this. And I just, looked at this like I look at any other boundary relocation request. I went through the statutory definition of a division of land. And, that's obviously the part I highlighted was it creates a new parcel, and that doesn't do this, in this case. So we don't have a division of land in this boundary relocation. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a boundary relocation. I also looked at the definition of subdivision, which Nicole talked about in her staff report as well. And again, nothing is being segregated from the original tract. It's just simply a reduction in that original tract size. So the proposed boundary relocation, since it's not a division of land, there's no new tracts created. I didn't see any issues with this. I think that what was a little bit jarring in the application was that intent to sell. And sometimes people think, oh, it's going to be a subdivision. But I didn't see where that was actually the case in this matter. They are simply shrinking down that lot. And I'll bring to everybody's recollection that we had something similar to this about 6 months ago down on the south end, where someone just took a large parcel and shrunk it down. And they also said that they intended to sell, but if it's not creating a new tract, it doesn't fall into that subdivision criteria. So I didn't see any issue. Furthermore, I didn't see any issues with the immediate sale. Unlike a family transfer, I did not find any prohibitions on selling this newly created parcel, which is great because I heard that there is a buyer who literally flew to town to close. Hi! So this is all good news, I guess. And I just wanted the public to know that we do look at these, and when it says things like sell, we always have to do a little bit extra due diligence to make sure that we're not missing something where someone is saying it's not a subdivision, but it really is. And in this case, it is not a subdivision, it's a boundary relocation. And I appreciate the sufficiency of both the survey as well as the application and the honesty of the application. That's so wonderful to have people to say, here's what we're going to do.
Yes, it is.
Then we can call you out if we need to, but we do not in this situation.
All right. Any other comments from the commission? Questions for anybody?
She covered all my comments.
Seemed pretty
All right.
straightforward. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I thought of one. Sorry, one comment, and it's more just a question. It says they want to, obviously they're selling the parcel, want to keep it agricultural. There's no covenants that say it has to stay agricultural at all, right? It's just
There's no.
just that's been the intended use. Okay.
Okay. All right, anything else anyone wants to add? No? Everybody's happy? Okay. Is there a motion?
I move to approve the Dry Creek Mountain Ranch boundary relocation.
I will second that motion.
All right. Motion's been made and seconded to approve the Dry Creek Mountain Ranch boundary location. Is there any public comment? Any public comment? Any public comment? All right, hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Thank you, Commissioners.
And thank you for attending, Greg.
Yeah,
Thank you for attending.
Thank you.
Just in
yes,
case.
thank you so much.
It's very helpful.
Okay. Nick, gather your crew.
Are we having a special ceremony, sir?
We are.
Yes, we are.
Shall I move?
No, you're good.
Okay. I just don't want to ruin a shot like with someone's family, right? And then there's K Minor in the corner.
I don't even know what's going on. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Surprise.
Find out, I guess.
Oh, I was like,
thought
did
you
I just?
heard yesterday.
No, I must have missed it. Sorry.
Okay.
Should we shut the blinds so the picture never back up?
I'll probably go that way.
Okay.
All right, so we have kind of a we have a special presentation today, and we will let Sheriff Nick Rouser make the
Try to get everyone
presentation.
in here real
Can I
quick.
use this table?
You may.
Set some stuff up?
Yep.
Yep,
Fantastic.
You can probably move.
Oh my gosh.
this is great.
You didn't tell me everybody's gonna be here, Brandon.
Oh yeah. Jeez.
All right, so kind of get started here. As you guys know, back in January, Deputy Aaron Reynolds had an individual that swerved at him and hit him head on, going over anywhere from like 95 to 102 miles an hour. And thank God he survived. And part of that whole process, him wearing his vest, helped him in that situation, just with the seatbelt and the force of everything. So Safari Land, and this is Ed Hinchy, and they got a hold of us. They're just doing a little presentation for Aaron, so I figured we'd just kind of do it at the end of your guys' meeting here, and
Fantastic.
that way it's recorded and everyone kind of see kind of what he went through and what they do. So
All right,
Ed, you will kind of take over here.
thank you.
I knew there was one more piece in there I had to grab.
And Ed, we would ask you to use the microphone, either at the table or the podium.
Get that somewhat back together. All right, we're all set.
Yep. Ed, say and spell your name for the record, please.
Hi, my name is Ed Hinchy, Hincchey. I am the Senior Armor Technical Specialist and the Director of the SAVES program at Safariland.
Okay.
All righty. Is it okay if I kind of turn this
Yes,
way and face
you
the
may.
crowd? I can maybe move this. All right, thanks everybody. Thank you so much, humbly from everybody at Safariland. Thank you for having us here. The SAVES program is something we've been doing for over 50 years. We look at law enforcement as a calling. The tradition behind it often puts officers, deputies at risk, and every now and then that risk becomes severe. Something that the Reynolds family found out, kind of on the hard way this past January. At Safariland, the SAVES Club itself is something no officer truly wants to join, but when you do, we want to recognize you for the heroism that it is. We got the phone call from our distributor first, and then from Tim Boyle, who was our account manager at the time, to tell us the severity of the collision that Deputy Reynolds was involved in. We reached out, we found out it was our hardwire armor that protected his torso and helped reduce the amount of injury that was inside there. The deputy was incredible. All he could say was his training, his equipment, his agency, the way the community stepped up for him in this area was just second to none. We recognized him as a save at that point in time, something that we do internally at Safariland that we don't put out there to the public. We actually shut down all of our plants at the exact same time. That's across continents, across countries. We have plants in Lithuania, Manchester in the UK, Canada, here. We shut them all down, and 3,400 employees heard Deputy Reynolds' story, had it read to them, to remind us internally that what we do counts. Every single thing we put down the line may be the item that's called upon to help bring a hero home. And it's that important that it's right every single time that we do it. So the whole place, you brought the house down. I can tell you that. I was in Jacksonville when we read your story, which is where your armor is produced. We work with a company called Hardwire. They're in Pocomoke, Maryland. Give you a real small background on who Hardwire is. They came up through the military, They developed 2 3-story tall presses. They're hydraulic presses. They press the material that we use inside our armor at 25 million pounds per square inch. They're the only 2 places in all of the Americas that have a facility strong enough to press that material. They're the world's largest consumer of Dyneema material. They initially up-armored all our Humvees. When they no longer had Humvees to up-armor, they took that proclivity, that ability to make material stronger than ever, and gave it to law enforcement. And that's what you were wearing, Deputy Reynolds, that afternoon when that Tacoma came your way. I'm going to need you up front with me at some point in time here, so might as well make it now. I know you weren't looking forward to this part, but we did talk about that. There are some things that we do here at Safariland that run across the community of law enforcement. The range bag is what we deliver everything in. Every person I've talked to that's become a member of the Saves Club, which is over 2,000 officers, have said that their training and their equipment is what brought them home. Training and gear, in that order. One of the first things I talked to them when we discussed things was training and gear. And of course, I wasn't at all surprised to see that come up, which is why it delivers in a range bag. We've got some polo shirts that for any reason your size changes during your rehab, getting better and everything else, let me know, we'll replace these. They do have on the sleeve your name and your save number, which is save 2201. You broke that 2,000 barrier for us there. We're real happy about that. I heard about the overtime and the long days that you guys work out here. 30-ounce travel lug seems really appropriate to send your way. And it doesn't seem like you get a lot of cloudy skies in the summertime, so ball cap to kind of keep you down that way again with your save number on it. Sheriff, if I could have you up front, please. There are 2 plaques here. They are the same, and they read, the Safariland Group Saves Club presented in recognition and appreciation to Deputy Aaron Reynolds, Broadwater County Sheriff's Office, save 2201. We salute your heroic courage and valor in the line of duty. One belongs to you, one belongs to your agency. People often ask, why one for the agency? Why is that happening today? The agency is what got you to the point where you were able to take that incredible collision, take the professionalism that was imbued and trained into you by this group, climb out the passenger door, cover what was still a threat until another officer could come relieve your position. To do that after what you'd been through speaks to what is right here in the Broadwater County Sheriff's Office. Right after your wife and your family got to see you and know you were going to be okay, every officer, every deputy in this entire room was still suited up or suited up the next day, kissed their family, walked out the door and went back to work. They went and held the line for us. They went to keep this community safe. That's why one of those plaques belongs to you and your agency, and one belongs to you. This is our Safariland Group Challenge Coin. As of today, there are 2,201 of these in the world. At the top it says Safariland, the bottom it says Together We Save Lives. And our Safariland symbol is in front of the American flag. These are produced right here in the United States. Okay. On the back of it is the Purple Heart, which I saw you were awarded earlier this year. Congratulations. The continuation of our American flag, the cross swords that say, we will hold the line, this far no further. The tactical team holding down the fort at the bottom, and a male and female officer back to back. This is the challenge coin. I'm presenting it to you this day. Welcome to the Safariland Group Saves Club. It's an honor to be in your presence. It's an honor to have you a member of this club. From everybody at Safariland and everybody at Hardwire, we're glad you're doing okay. We're glad your family's out there smiling at you. Welcome to the Safariland Group Saves Club.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Your turn.
I just want to thank everybody kind of through this journey. I contribute a lot of this to the equipment. I do think if it wasn't for the best, I wouldn't be here. So thank you.
Truly, that's the least of what we could do out here.
Yeah.
Sheriff.
Thanks for coming and doing this for him. I know it's been a been a long year for him. Every day we see him in the office doing light duty, kind of still trying to recover from it. So we just appreciate him and everything, and his family for all of their support, and for everyone else, like you said, that after this happened, they still come to work every day. So thank you for showing up and doing this for him.
I can't say enough. I'm going to do it one more time here, folks. I travel the world. My territory for saves is the allied world. I've been all over to do this. Every now and then you hear about these horrific incidents that take place. And I want to point it out again. After being hit the way he was, going from, I believe it was 18 miles an hour forward to minus 36 backwards, that kind of impact is usually going to take guys out of the game. And yet, as soon as the airbag, deflates, he's coming out the passenger side, continuing to do a level of professional law enforcement work that makes everybody that wears a badge proud. That says a lot about your agency, about the folks that you work with, and you. I know you said out in front that you had a lot to come home to. I can see that sitting right out there. I can see why that's built into you. That's wired in that way. But to have folks like that out there makes everybody that's ever worn a badge proud. So again, congratulations to your agency for their selection process, their training, their choice of equipment, and of course, having heroes like this on the job. So everybody, once again, for Deputy Aaron Ramsey. It's an honor, man. It's an honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Folks,
Hey,
thank you so much for
just
your
real
time.
quick,
Yes, sir.
Aaron, we're grateful that you're still with us as well.
Thank you.
And thank you, Brandon and Nick, for providing the equipment these guys need. And Ed, thank you for creating a product that saves lives.
It's the best of what we can do.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Need a group photo.
Here we go.
Are we ready to end, or
Huh?
are you guys done? Or can we
We
get
got to
photos?
do some claims, and
Okay.
then we're done.
Okay, we'll
You
step
guys
out
need a
here.
Right.
group photo right now.
We'll do one
Oh,
photo
you're
here
good. I'll
for
do
you.
it.
So,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I'm glad you did that.
No wonder sold this to me. I had a couple of you going to show up.
Outstanding.
I'm guard right now, so
Oh, nice.
I'm like, oh, I like what they're doing.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
All right, well, you guys have a
Thank
great
you,
day.
everybody.
Yeah,
Thank
take
you
care.
so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Claims are kind of boring now. after
Yeah,
that.
you know. All righty. Well, that was fantastic. We'll finish our business. We have some claims to approve. The first claim is the amount of $17,325.84.
I move to approve claims for $17,325.84.
I'll second that.
Motion's made and seconded to approve claims in the amount of $17,325.84. Is there any public comment? Any public comment? Any public comment? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, claimed in the amount of $94,733.01.
I would move to approve the claims in the amount of $94,733.01.
I will second that.
Motion was made and seconded to approve claims in the amount of $94,733.01. Is there any public comment? Any public comment? Any public comment? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Claim in the amount of $739.58.
Wow, that's much. I move to approve the claim for $739.58.
I'll second that motion.
Motion made and seconded to approve claim in the amount of $739.58. Any public comment? Any public comment? Any public comment? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. Okay, I think that's all I have. Anything else to come before the commission?
No, I don't have anything.
Fall
All right.
Fest this weekend.
Fall Fest, yep, come out.
Homecoming.
Fall Fest,
All sorts of
the
stuff.
car show,
Yeah.
everything else.
See everybody tonight at Headwaters.
Meeting
Oh
tonight.
yeah, Headwater. Oh yeah.
All right, if there's nothing else, we'll go ahead and adjourn. 10:46. Thank you, everybody.